So we've also done pretty books giveaway. We used to do books giveaway. So we show up at the mall, sit down, and have 50 books and just be giving it to strangers
Just like
who
that.
just want to take it. We've done a lot of that. We also had Okabri, as I said. Okabri was us up our personal library to the world, where you could just book an Okada, come and pick the books for him. When you're done, you return then. As you know, pause.
Did Whitney return the book she borrowed?
See, maybe so. Britney's secret is this. She comes for book exchange affair with two tote bags, two large tote bags, bigger than her. And she will always break, either she break a little, either her niece or her nephew or something. Bill, he will carry the other bag and she say, oh, he that push. Oh, yes, that's pity. So, as for her, yeah, if you pick a book exchange, Afeni, she's the first person to get there. Her name is Ghanaian Book Lover on IG. He has to follow her. She's such a fine person on IG.
Once we are dropping the influencers or book reviewers or whatever we have here,
Hey,
please
Brittany, we'll start to Sabah. We are
open
influencer,
your
good girl.
Instagram.
I think you have to change it to bookholder.com. It will help
Open
you.
your IG and then follow. There's Brittany is Ghanaian Book Lover.
Nasiba is at Kaparan. Bene is at Bene Reads. And then Jfa is at Read by Jfa. Then there's Tanti here. Tanti, what's your page name here? I read with Tanti. Okay, is there any other person we are leaving out in you? Answer both Soriyama. Oh, James, you are not part. Are you serious?
Let's be serious here. Okay.
Yeah, James says Iana. So we have Goethe Institute's library also here by Melly. So, and then aside that, we did Rise with some Makata. Is there any initiative I'm forgetting? Oh, so we had a community outreach also to students in the JHS in one of these remote towns going to Duko, there, where we would go meet with them and just chat with them and give books away. And then also we had an initiative with the Street Children Education Foundation where we had books for kids. So we set up a library at the church for kids. And the church really helped because they gave us a whole space.
Yeah.
It was like from here to where you are seated, painted it, they put shelves, anything they could to encourage the children's possessions. So Sundays at the church, as soon as they close, the kids drag their parents because without your parents, you can't take a book away. And then they'll just come and pick a free book and go back. Those were some initiatives we had in place. And so recently we started what we called more like the reading party as a way to end the year. So we usually would hold it in December. There just for people to come and just eat, listen to good music, drink sobolo, eat chips, and then just go. And one thing that stood out was at all events, you make sure there were games.
Yeah.
We love games. So when you come to our house, you have to play Owari or Lidu. You have to bribe us. So me, I'll put money on top so that I can talk. But one thing I want to say why we had to do all of these pockets of events was, or it's reflected in our name, Readers Trust. So we had to change our name for a lady who loves to read to Readers Trust because we wanted to be a support being to the reading community. For us, it's not about the being out there, I don't want to use the word all over because it's a wrong word to use for this, but we wanted to be very out there. We wanted to be your support, like the people that when this is going on, we want to be at the back for you. We want to give you the ideas, the foundation, anything we can do to help. And so we've done with other initiatives that have been fronted by other people, and we allow them to own it because that's what we wanted to do, just to help you get there. So that's me.
But I think they just alerted me that we are now out of time, so I'm just going to take this as fast as possible. Yes. Has there been a time where you were really down, low, and you had to show up was your Readers Truss. And let's make this really, really fast. Like, is there a moment where you felt like, oh my God, I'm giving a smile all of it? Like, what do you pull off from in my life? What do you want? There have been lots of moments, lots and lots. In fact, um, coming here today, I had one very interesting. So there's a decision I've taken, and it's a straight pass. And just before I came here, like Natalie, I've been blindsided, and now I'm having to question whether I made the right choice. And all throughout the trip, the drive here, I kept telling my lover that it that make is it out. Sorry. And I kept asking in the car, did I make the right decision? And I came in here in doubts with lots of pressures. And I just, as soon as I entered, I saw Natalie, I saw Lonely Washington, and I had to switch from the me carrying whatever I'm carrying to the me you're seeing here. But I can bet you that as soon as we leave here, that me is returning. And no, I don't think it's returning in a bad way because it means I'm shown up. Now I have to deal with the private sort of a thing. And so it, it costs people a lot to show up for you. And this is not just a music, but it's for us to all just reflect on your personal life. When people show up for you, you might not know how they were able to make it happen. Like it did show up for you. That's community. You appreciated it as honors. I think I would ask this very, very first. And what would you do differently if you were to start a community now versus when you started and everything was just there? What would you do different? Just a sentence.
Not that. I'm so sorry. Wow.
So what would I do differently now? To be sincere, I think I'll ask for help more. Yeah. Yeah, I'll shout more.
Yeah.
I'll cry out more than I did in the past. The past, it was just like more like it been dirty. So that's what I did.
I like that. I really like that. I mean, for people who are built for kids, it's good to ask for help. There are always people who are ready to extend an arm or give a shoulder to cry on or lean on or anything like that. Anyway, what advice would you give to anybody who is patronizing a community? Be it a literary community, could just be an arts community. They are just trying to bring a set of people together in order to build a certain space. What advice you would get to them?
It's okay to cry. That's all I can say. It just gets a bit personal. No, I'm sorry, but if you're not able to, as she said, pour out elsewhere, it would get to the very parts where you cannot do it again. And you'd have to do some. Sometimes that's when your cry becomes very loud in public most of the times, and it's sad.
Yeah.
But it's okay to cry. You have to get to the room and just cry, release it, and that's where something just want to random person as it can you have.
Hey,
In Accra.
Yes.
Accra, yes, you. Please,
yes,
hug-
on condition
wait,
that
so-
you are at.
Wait, Papa said hug
See,
your
they're
neighbor.
hugging,
Please,
oh,
hug
please.
your neighbor. Hug your neighbor. Let's
Your neighbor or fight the neighbor. Fight the neighbor or hug the neighbor. Hug your neighbor. Peace. Hug your neighbor. Or high five the neighbor.
neighbor and
Yes.
tell the person it's okay because
Yes.
sometimes what a hug.
Down see you. See, the truth is, most people are living alone. And unfortunately, we are not in an era where all of us are staying with our parents. So we're not living alone. So when someone gets out,
Papa, don't let me remember my story.
Hey,
Papa, don't do
just give
that.
a hug. It's human. It doesn't take anything
The
away
whole
from
of
you.
Saturday, I had not spoken. I said, Abuna, if you were dumb, how will you know? If I had not spoken, no phone call, nobody to say,
Yeah.
oh, hello. My mother did not call me that day. Oh, God. God. Hey. Something is doing
I think
me.
we need to write. Please, the authors, you need to write a book about physical touch in Trotro. Turn it into a love story.
Hey, I said, hey, Abuna. No, when by the time I realized I had not used my voice the whole day, I said, hey, Abuna, if something was happening to you, how would you even know? What if you spoke and the voice didn't even come out? Like, so my sister, it's true. No, she's not lying. If you live alone, you go through it. Anyway, we'll talk about that. But I think I want us to do a quick Q&A.
Let's just take a few.
Oh, madam. My allergic.
Please don't ask me hard questions.
Before I come and die here.
Big, any questions? If you have any here at all you like to have with Readers Truss, Bafa is here. She would like to take it. But in the meantime, not you guys have subscribed to my YouTube channel or my podcast.
My name is Bookish Abna on IG.
Yeah, now you follow me. Okay, I'm Peggy. I see. I give very good content, so you won't even get to. Please follow me. It's Books with Atana or Bookish Abna on IG. Very nice content. You can trust me on that. It's true. I'm not really lying, you spreads. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, any questions? Do we have any questions? Oh, that's right here. Okay, my question is, what's tracks a call up like? Can you give someone who is really starting something?
An initiative at a young age. I'll say 20s. Being in your 20s is still a young age.
Yeah.
So at a young age, especially when people might feel you haven't gotten there. What do you mean you want to start this thing? Are you sure you can do it? And you have all these doubts all around you, not just from your own self, but from people around you. Like you tell them, "Oh, I'm doing this. I'm starting this." They're like, "Are you sure you can do it?" You know, what practical advice can you give someone like that? Because yeah, I'm at that stage.
Oh.
So two things come from my write it down. Sometimes the idea comes to you. It might not be the right season to start it because you not have the right compo to help these starters. But if you keep documenting it, as soon as you need those people, it clicks. I say this because there were times when I started this with the book exchange pen every day. As I said, I met a complete stranger, ended up being the push behind the Readers Truss. He always allows you a chance to take the mic, but he's the one doing the hard work when it comes to Readers Truss. At every initiative you are starting, you need someone like that. Someone who will be the one
To push you, right? And
I would say you need a popular and a natty. So my best friend is called Nani, and she's a go-getter. Hey, just tell her I have an event today. I started saying I would do a certain event last year, randomly. To date, I've not slept every day. So you come and do this event. You can just wait with what pussy. But you need someone like that. That's the practicality of it. Because that person would keep making quote noise. So you don't have any choice but to do it. Aside that, you need under. And sometimes it just had to start small with a little back. If it's a spitty Ghana, you are starting with. Don't look down on the 50 gun. It's a C. It's building something. People will not see it. They won't see the loudness of it or the fanfare of it. But it's the impact you are seeking to make that count. So it takes just one person to believe in your initiative. And how did you do that? This one person at a time.
Ghana at a time, 2 CD at a time, right? Sorry,
So that's our little book cadets. 2.5, acting like he's 10. So please forgive you. Yes, weeks. Very calculating about the chick. But I hope that's practical enough. Yeah. It was really dirty. And you know something, it's just before, the people who just say
it's not the right age for you to start this because you don't have the experience that. Again, there's something about learning on the job, yeah, or learning to experience whilst you're doing it. So it's something I come to learn myself, and it's something I come to even appreciate more than somebody telling me what to do or whether I'm experienced or noise. So I want to do and make the mistakes you think I will make and overcome them. That's all.
Wow. Sometimes you have to please your dad.
Yeah, true. That's very true.
Funny, this question, okay. So my first question is, what future do you see for Readers Trust?
Are you a member? Are you a member of Readers Truss? Hey, who in your member now will be future?
Okay.
Okay, so what do I see for Readers Trust? With no sincerity, I had to take a break.
Cause
Yeah.
I had the amazing young man you saw here. And one thing, motherhood, I didn't know can do to you is it can shape your plans. And I think I was prepared for it. I wasn't prepared for putting a pause on a passion just to show up as a mother, right? So I had to do that. And but in doing that, I discovered what the future for Readers Trust was. Like this, sometimes when you're go, you need to take a pause. And I was reminded of why we started, the community we wanted to build, be that support structure for people. And so we are asking ourselves, how do we do that going forward? How do we show up for you? And it's through events like this. So when Food reached out that we wanted to do this, we smile because it's not a Readers Trust event. ESOTs think it is. It's a food event. But how do we help behind the scenes to make her event happen? How do you show up without that being the one all over? So I actually fought against this purpose. I'm doing a full confession because I didn't want to be in the limelight. I wanted to be where I have been at the back. And that's where we see ourselves being that person that you could come to and bounce ideas and feel safe that will support you with your ideas. And to also be and still pursue the International Book Trade Fair. So what we do now is whenever we are traveling outside the country, we carry books now. But from the flight attendant, you are getting a book. The pilot is getting a book. The person who's shaking hands is getting a book. He sits by you get a book. It's a Ghanaian book. And by the time we're coming back, I'm getting books. That's our goal. And then also we are veering into the filmmaking bits of books. We want to highlight stories of readers. So if you visit the Makata Studios YouTube page, we've done two uh, movies on readers. One was done in collaboration with Goethe Institute. And funny enough, the actor and actress are sitting here. Everybody say hi to the, oh, my exciting back. Yes, she was the one who was reading. So it was just like the anime you just had with Amma, where you are seeing self-help book. And he was judging her. That's why she always reading fiction, and fiction, those who read fiction were not serious. And at the end of it, they fell in love.
yes. So you should go and watch it. It's on Makata Studios. Yes.
So we see that for our future, a lot more than just the event. The event will still happen, but you should know we are going to do more works behind the scene. And for the next 10 years, that's when we see ourselves, gay.
Our last question.
It's two. It's two. I'm sorry. I'll make it fast. So the second one is
With funding, what are the people or what institutions are in Ghana here that we can see they can help provide such an initiative of yours?
I think this question there,
Her initiating or another, even for her. For me, if maybe I also want to do what she's doing, like with things
like she means in terms of the book world, right? Terms of book store, it's difficult to find an institution that would wholly support everything you do. I think one thing that's happening in Ghana is donor fatigue, right? A lot of the students are tired. Not because they don't see the impact. It's like you're just recycling the same thing all over again. And they're like, I want something new. I want something that will put me out there. Because at the end of the day, the donor also has an intention.
Yeah.
And there is marrying his intention with yours. So that drive to always have that initiative, that new one, that will say, yes, I like this one from yours. It's a bit difficult in this industry, I would tell you the truth. But it's also because of our expectations. You're expecting one donor to show up and fund everything of yours. You could have partnership with different donors. Typical example, look at the partners that came together to do this. You have Bookish Abunake. She might not have the money to give you, but she has the audience to give you. But we keep
Only focusing on the money.
You are
In all
laughing.
honesty, that's what we do.
When we passed up the street children education fund, what it really had, we just had us, who we were, to help with their initiative, which was to make sure kids read. That's all we had to give to them. They couldn't get money from us. The same way you could meet a donor who could only spare you $1,000. How much
Would you be able? I don't know why you're targeting it, but yeah.
What is your problem with this?
Hi,
one?
Melly. Please, all of us will be bringing our donor fund.
anyway? So it's you recognizing those different areas. We have Ghanaian publishers who have certain books that sometimes it is card. Yeah. You want to do, I want to go and support maybe this community in a certain village with books. Have you approached 10 of them to say, any books, if you can give me five books and donate it, you can be like, most of us are just wanting the big tickets one. And it might take you 10 years and you won't get it. You might get it eventually, but how about leveraging on the smaller ones? You could come to Spoon and say, hi, I want a beanbag as your donation to me. It shouldn't be that one person is doing 20. We would have some. Charlie, we pray that the World Bank will come and give you 1 million USD to do whatever you want to do, but you need to understand it. So if it is CLSC giving you a space as a gift towards your initiative, it checks the box. But you then also have to remember that the one you are accepting the donation from is also expecting donation from someone. Like we've seen this in the recent news, right? With some people having to lose jobs because who we didn't know was like the major funder
Has decided that I won't do it.
So that's a reality, and we would have to. One thing, sorry, you might have to explore other avenues to raise money for yourself. Also, just to add that. So if it is you selling thrift books to make money, so you realize that those of you who have been to book exchange, but you come and sell such a sending to buy son. We're just trying to make something about it for us because we can't always depend on others. So you might have to think of those ways as well.
That's very interesting. But I think to also answer that question, when I started my project on giving out books to exercise books to children in very rural communities, I didn't go to these bakers. In fact, no, I started in my office. I said, you give me 1 CD, I buy and go for a child. You give me 2 CDs, I buy 2 exercise books for a child. And I took it upon myself to take and took money from everybody. I said, your children have 5 exercise books. Somebody's child I didn't have one. Should give me money. Like if I want exercise, well, here's how I got the money. So don't always think it's good to think big, but start small. And start from where you are. Your friends, the people around you, your community. It's always safe to start your parent, the parents, school. Okay, I think we can but is there maybe let's share our handles. How do we find you? How do we talk to you? How do we join the book club? How do we reach you?
I'm sorry. I like that question.
Said you want to be rich. Like, yeah.
With
recently eased back it's being accessible. Initially I think it was hard. It was just certain few people to get access to it. But now we are back on the guide. So please, we are Readers Truss on Facebook. It's Readers and the Truss is TRUSS. It's actually an engineering thingy that like a trust, it supports being in action. That's what it means. So if you go on Facebook or Instagram, we did double a bit in Twitter, but Charlie, it's not my space. And our own after it. We are also on TikTok, but not really on TikTok. So that's also the but you could get us on WhatsApp. We are very much a WhatsApp community. Yes, it's our number is 054 360 7894. 054 360 7894. So even when you get to Facebook and click on send WhatsApp message, you find us even on Instagram as well. Yeah, I'm very much thank to you. And we will have any question you have about the bookish community and how we can help you with your reading journey. We also have our reading challenges though. Sorry, I forgot to add that every year we do reading challenges. We just tell you or we challenge you to pick one. We usually release 3. I think 2020 was read 100 books in 2020. So the current one is we've done what we call page counts. So we are challenging people to read 2025 books for the year 2025. So it's pretty simple, right? It's just pages. So no, if people have already finished, so they are tired of the calendar and good, they marks their goals. But there are some people who are now under 60 pages. So we are trusted that they'll be able to finish it. Then we also have the book shuffle, where you bring those of you who have piling to be read books, but you don't know which one you want to read next. A stranger will pick which one you should make it and see for you just to help. So it's like if it was something you in person, would have got a jar of the book, your book titles, and then I just pick one. And then we also have the bookish buddies. So we pet strangers based on their reading interests. And so they are challenging and they came up with 12 books that they want to finish in the year. So they update us on how their journey is going. We hope the next marriage will come out like that. So that's it.
That's just by the way. Sorry. So yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much, guys. As I said, my name is. Oh, that's nice. I didn't expect a club, but you go ahead. I'd like to say thank you to Naki for giving me this opportunity, to Papa for being a very good. I mean, she was amazing, isn't it? Yeah, the conversation was really, really good and really rich. Anyway, my name is Abdina Maria. You can always reach me or read your podcast at bookswithabnangino.com. Thank you so much.